Not good enough, damn it! Not good enough!
You're listening to Comics Podcasting on the edge of civility.
Are you ready to talk some shit?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Not thrown off at all.
Oh,
Or sleepy, or drunky, or any of the seven dwarves.
Oh, you're drunk it.
Not even drunky, drunk it. Where's the liquor? Drunk it.
That's a rather good point. Hello, everyone. This is TMG Cast, episode 227.
To Muggy!
Why do I have to keep telling you to stop that?
Because I don't listen to you.
Oh, yes, that's it.
Try More Garlic, the podcast.
Asshole! Why do you do this to me? I hate you so much.
What's wrong with that?
That's not the point. That's not the show, dude. That's not... Try More Garlic is not the show. And are we sure we want to watch Terminal What's-a-Majigger?
Yeah, no, we've seen this. You're right.
Terminal Invasion. Oh, yeah. That's the one about the aliens in the Alaskan charter flight
To
airport. Yeah, I hate that show. Terrible. Even Bruce Campbell couldn't save that fucking thing. So, yeah, I'm Age, TechJedi. That's Bill, the Rev.
Quack.
And we talk about fucking comics.
That's so true.
And sometimes we're like total assholes to each other and shit.
That's also true.
So, what has happened the last couple of weeks here, Pally Boy? You seen anything interesting? You read anything interesting? Or no?
Working my way through Neuromancer for the first time,
Ah.
which you keep telling me I need to read.
I have never said that.
It's a sci-fi classic, you said.
Yeah, keep is a different thing. I know
You've told me a couple times that you don't know if I'll dig it, but I should check it out.
Yeah, that's about as far as it went. The need did not come into that anyway.
I didn't say need.
Yeah, you just said. I can rewind it.
That's true. Fine, you said. But, well, you're the one who would happily stick a computer into his own brain and friggin' jack off or jack in or whatever the hell.
Well, one would facilitate the other, really, in my world. So, all right. So you're not digging it. You're almost done. It's a short book, so that's no big deal.
It's definitely taken me longer though. Like it's a hard style. Like the mixture of science fiction and William S. Burroughs is definitely weird. I was much better suited for Transmetropolitan than I am for Neuromancer. It turns out.
Well, I don't find that shocking at all. Really. Whatever. I've been watching Jessica Jones.
And?
That is a hard show to watch sometimes, man.
Well, you have let's call it a gag reflex for violence against women or certain. Yeah, but it's cinema. Like, I don't take that stuff half as seriously as you do.
You don't have half the sisters I do. Well, you do. You do.
Yeah,
you
exactly
actually have half the sisters I do.
I totally do have that. No, you're right, because you have two more sisters. I totally would be cool with mine getting beaten. No! But it's fucking cinema. I don't care.
Yeah, and that makes you almost a sociopath, really.
That's not true.
It gets really close.
I don't think almost is accurate.
You mean right on is right
Dude,
on?
I would be the worst sociopath ever. Like, I could kill you for a nickel. I don't have a nickel. Fuck. It's like a lazy sociopath. It's just terrible. I'm going to axe grind you to death. Do you have a sharp axe? Fuck. No, can you picture that?
Yeah, no, I totally can't. But it is rather good at points. And I like some of the minor Easter eggs in there. And they've continued their tradition of naming streets after creators. And So that's okay.
Is it after Bendis or?
No, I don't know if they'd go that far, but they didn't anyway.
Didn't he create her?
Yeah.
So,
Well, after creators, not the creators.
well, usually it plays into the...
Sometimes.
What, who'd they name it after?
I don't remember.
You asshat.
Higgins and somebody and... Anyway. No, I never in my entire existence thought that the Purple Man would ever seem menacing. That's weird to me.
It's all in the way they portray him.
And they totally turned him into the world's worst human being.
Dude, he's slowly become a creepy ass bastard. That's it. Ass hat and rat bastard have a baby, and then you have an ass bastard.
I see.
They're
Yes.
relatively rare.
Uh-huh.
Most people won't sleep with rat bastards.
I should think not. Unless you're my cousin, but whatever.
Ew.
Anyhow,
Probably go down the hole.
it's worth a shot. You should definitely watch it. I've also... oh my god. I've totally brain farted on that. I watched the latest trailer for Batman vs. Superman.
And?
And I continue a downward spiral on how they're portraying Batman. I got the same arguments. I don't care. We don't have to rehash him here. I still feel he's that an extraordinary asshat that's getting too proactive with his Vengeance of the Night routine. So, I don't care. And also, they did some extra Lex Luthor stuff. And I'm just wondering when the fuck they can not portray him as an utter buffoon.
What do you mean?
Well, he's almost Jim Carrey Riddler in this fucking thing.
Well, that
Just-
seems...
Just over the top, stupid, ridiculous, enthusiastic, exuberant fucking... That's not...
You just can't stand for people to be happy.
Not when they're the villains!
Villains deserve to be happy, too.
Whatever. If they did, they wouldn't be fucking villains, would they?
Yeah, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Are you kidding? When Doctor Doom kills the entire Fantastic Four, he's going to be happy.
And he'll still be the villain. But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean he'll deserve to be happy.
Of course he will. He's worked hard for it.
Oh, that's not quite right.
When Namor finally banged Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic's sitting there going, I could have stretched that. Namor's going to be happy.
Don't ever pull a sentence like that out again. Wow. Holy shit.
I'm just saying, like,
Although,
true villains think that they're in the right. Like, a really good villain thinks that what they're doing makes sense.
well, yeah, that's true. But we know they don't, and it isn't.
We don't know.
Well, yeah, we do. Come on now. We're the
Hey, in
observers of the story.
in Marvel continuity, we voted for freaking Nixon to run the secret empire, as well as Harry Goblin Ass to run the entire country. And in DC, we thought Luthor was an excellent idea. We don't know who's a villain anymore.
Well,
We're all dumb.
No, what the average person in universe is dumb. We know better.
Dude, based on
We should be screaming at the page going, what the fuck are you doing out there? Don't
Based
vote
on-
his dumb ass in the office, you stupid fuck.
based on our world's political choices, we don't know who's a villain at all.
Alright, yeah, that's accurate. Alright, I'm with you on that one. What's this weird split screen shit that they're giving us? And what is this movie again?
Cybergeddon. Because
Oh.
computers and film work together perfectly.
So exciting to see people hacking away at computers.
Virus source code.
Wow, it's looking at it in machine language, which no one does.
0000001 0000011.
Oh my goodness. And they debuted Doomsday in this trailer. Put your head on right.
You know, it's my house. I can wear my hat as I see fit.
The question is, why would you see fit to do it that way?
It annoys you.
That's a ridiculous reason to do anything.
No.
For you,
No, that is the only reason I get out of bed some days. Like, maybe I can annoy Tech today.
that's not true.
Really?
You think about me in the morning?
I don't like the way that comes across.
Exactly right.
I do think about not getting out of damn bed, though. I'll tell you that. Fucking 4:45, 4:15, my alarm went off. Like, that shit is uncalled for.
Yeah, I don't need that stuff. I gave that up ages ago. Because I'm a civilized man. Wait, that's not true.
Ages. Pun.
Yeah.
Because you're old.
So listen, Wonder Woman shows up.
In the movie? Yeah, I knew.
In the trailer. In the new trailer. And she just jumps right into action, and she's like, I'm gonna save your ass, Bruce. And they're like, she with you? Thought she was with you. It's maybe they'll have a half a second of humor in that fucking flick, because it looks utterly grim and depressing on all levels otherwise.
Well, you know, the universe they've developed, that's what they've developed. I mean...
Which is so...
non-DC.
Yeah, it's so off from Flash and Supergirl. You know, Arrow is grim and gritty on the streets.
Well, the TV show, but, like, what I don't understand is if they were trying for the shared universe thing, how does Green Lantern work in this universe?
Oh, no, largely speaking, people are ignoring the fact that that ever existed. And there's been rumblings from sites that WB is saying, like, no, go ahead and forget it.
Dude, that's like... Think about it for a second, because we have some shit podcasts out there. It would be great, like, yes, we're 250 podcasts in. Oh, don't listen to 13, 27, 99...
Or 1 through 10.
113.
But if you've got 5 movies and you're saying, no, forget that one,
dude, like,
that's
fuck
pretty
off.
bad.
But that's the comic mentality. That might be the most comic thing any movie's ever done. Is like, forget what we've already done. We didn't like it, so do this instead.
That's pretty much it, isn't it?
That's genius. Oh my god. It's meta. Meta comic movie. Oh no, we're revamping that already. But the movie came out like yesterday. Nope, done.
Don't like it. Too bright.
Nope, too shiny. Too didn't worky.
3-4 people in the test audience laughed. Can't have that.
Nope. Punisher, Murdering Angels. Nope. Forget it.
I think they could get away with it.
Frankencastle. Nope, we're not doing it anymore. Meta.
Please don't ever do a Frankencastle on screen, dude. Fucking please, man.
Dude, that's the next season of Daredevil.
Nah, it's probably being Heroes for Hire.
That's true. You need Luke Cage versus Frankencastle.
Shit, yeah.
That's a 2-parter.
Something that drove me a little bit nuts, though.
What's that?
Why does unbreakable skin mean unbreakable bones?
Oh, good point. Yeah, that would totally not, actually.
Yeah, there's no reason he can't be bruised to death.
Well, no, his muscle, because he's also crazy stronger.
Yeah.
So, obviously muscle density and things like that were affected by all that.
So why make as big a deal out of the fact that it's unbreakable skin, then? Why not just call him nigh invulnerable like everybody else?
It's a good tagline.
I see.
Plus, that way he shaves.
Well, hair isn't skin anyway.
True,
So.
but, that way he can shave without cutting himself, which you and I have never done.
Never.
That's why I haven't shaved in years.
Of course, you're 10 years out of practice anyway,
Dude,
so
no
whatever.
shit, just screwing this shit up. I'm sitting there like, fucking, wait, Dr. Livingston, I presume, get the fuck out of here.
But they made a good point. They did injure him. He was under,
They put him in a little silver tiara?
No. He did say Sweet Christmas twice, though. So I was happy about that. So, what happened was he was under Kilgrave's control, and Jessica had a shotgun underneath his chin and fired. So his head went clang.
Ow.
Yeah. So that put him in jeopardy. He had, fluid on the brain and all that shit for a while. And they took him to the hospital. A night nurse showed up. Rosario Dawson.
Nice.
So it is a shared... And she made a mild reference, a very veiled reference to DD.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't give his name or anything or say he was a lawyer. Or, it's like, yeah, there's another guy I work with. So that's what's been happening lately.
Oh, Dan Slott.
What about him?
Twitter dick about Batman versus Superman.
Huh?
I guess he's all over tweeting.
Yeah?
Complaining about the movies and whatnot, and how awful they look, and how badly they screwed up Superman.
Well, that's strange. I've never seen him tweet like that. I'll have to look that up.
And I'm of two minds, because A, I kind of agree with him. But B, like, you just had Dr. Octopus be Spider-Man, dude. Shut the fuck up. Because that wasn't my Spider-Man.
That's a good point. Although we enjoyed it, that's hardly...
No, I totally loved it. I'm not... He's a great writer. But you can't have just one viewpoint of a character, and, like, for you to be like, that's wrong.
Well, a lot of people... The weird thing about Superman these days, none of the fucking comic creators feel he's being done right. And they won't, like, come out and say, well, Jeff Yang is doing bad work on... Or Jeff Johns didn't stay long enough to prove that Superman could be a symbol of hope. But they won't talk about it, and they constantly lambaste any other media's interpretation.
Well, Superman's incredibly difficult to do. Like, he's so white bread and positive, and people don't react well to that anymore. Did you watch the Lone Ranger movie?
No. Because it looked terrible.
I enjoyed it, but of course I did.
I don't mind my heroes being heroes.
But you're not going to get the kind of audience anymore for that character.
Yeah, probably.
So putting that stuff out there is always going to be difficult now.
But you know, I don't know that he has to strictly be white bread. I mean, he just has to be less. What's a good way to phrase this?
Not a dink.
Yeah, well, yeah, he can't be a dink about it.
But they're trying a less white bread Superman in Superman comics. Are you enjoying that?
Not particularly, but I don't know that it's the characterization that's the problem so much as the execution of it.
Well, we'll have to get to the comic to see.
You know, the Jeff Johns part wasn't so bad, but you know, what's his fuck? Morrison. I mean, he was just a muckraking, self-involved ass. So, I mean, that should never be Superman, right?
Well, I think that you've got to... again, I'm of two minds, because, like, on a very base level, I'm like, no, it's not fucking Superman! Stop it! But that's a childish reaction, and, like, there've been 85 versions of Green Arrow... Even more, Green Lantern.
Right.
Batman has had all sorts of different characterizations. There's not one Batman.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is an excellent point. But another thing I just thought of, I mean, we enjoyed the shit out of recent Cap stuff with Steve as Cap, being Cap. And if he ain't white bread, who the fuck is?
For whatever reason...
So, I mean, just because he can fly and take a bullet, suddenly the other company's white bread guy has to be boring?
Well, Cap, if you think about it, first off, we didn't totally enjoy the last Cap storyline. That had nothing to do with that piece of it. It's just because it was on forever.
There were a lot of aspects.
There was a lot of grim and grittier Cap over the years. They've never allowed Superman to go really grim and gritty.
Yeah.
Because he's too fucking dangerous. Like, that guy goes grim and gritty. Like, you're like, where can I move? You can't, motherfucker. Deal with it. And that guy gets elected president, I'm going to Canada. He can fly, bitch. He can find your ass in Canada. You are not avoiding no Superman by hanging out in Montreal speaking with a goddamn French accent. That shit is not going to fly. He's going to fly. That shit is not going to fly. I'm going to Borneo. Sweet, sweet Borneo.
With monkey butlers.
With native women. Superman will find you, cook a mango on your ass, and drag you back to the United States and fuck you.
Wow. The United States of fuck you. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not a writer, so I don't know. But I mean, it doesn't seem like it should be difficult to have an adventure with a moral guy.
No, there are a lot of characters who are more challenging. My main thing, though, is I think that Dan Slott just needs to sit back and be like, dude, you're a fan and a comic creator. Like, I can be a fucking critic because I'm fucking nobody. Like, if you don't appreciate people talking about your shit, and from what you told me about his Twitter, he doesn't always appreciate that.
Oh, no, he really doesn't.
Then perhaps you should shut your mouth.
I don't know.
You want to call and criticize our podcast? Fucking go wild. You ain't going to say half the shit I've said about it. But if you come up with a new one, shit, I may use it on air. Fact of the matter is, you're going to criticize things, be ready to be critiqued.
Criticized.
Critted. 4:15, bitch. Okay, you're looking at speaking English right now.
We should probably get on towards books, huh?
And off Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I haven't touched Twitter for a while now. I was just too goddamn busy, and I don't want to do that shit at night. So, why don't we talk some October DCs?
All right.
How about that?
I can't believe we're in October.
We're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Mostly.
You just got the November ones.
Right. And I'm not quite finished reading them yet. But, what about Bizarro 5?
I cannot believe how much I'm enjoying a Bizarro book.
Yeah, Bizarro book, that's awesome.
Like, you bought... Be honest. Hey, you like Bizarro more than I do, but you at least partially bought this book because you thought it would piss me off.
No, not at all. That was the BATMITE.
Oh, well, that worked.
I got the BATMITE because I thought you might be irritated. I definitely got the Bizarro for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, no, it's amazing.
So what happens in 5 is the group takes the X-Files mission they were offered last issue to break into Area 51 because it turns out that Chupacabra are the scariest things in the galaxy.
Hey, nobody wants to be sucked by a goat sucker.
They end up meeting Kilowog's cousin, which amused me. And I may have to pause this.
For station identification.
Among other things. Alright, well, the good part's over. So, they meet Kilowog's cousin, they set some aliens free, and Bizarro finds out that Jimmy is pretty much doing this whole thing just to make a coffee table book. And, that kind of irritates him because why wouldn't it?
Bizarro am having not feel like...
You can't even do it.
No, it's because it doesn't work! Like, theoretically, if you're really gonna fucking talk about Bizarro language, which is the stupidest goddamn thing ever,
yeah,
then first and foremost, shouldn't he be going, Jimmy Olsen am sad when Bizarro is happy? Wouldn't that be a true opposite?
Yeah, it's dumb and inconsistent at best. But you just gotta live with it.
No, or fucking boo it on a regular basis. Me am so annoyed with book because I actually enjoy it. Like, it's so confusing.
You can't even say that right because if you say me am pleased with,
I did.
Me am not pleased. Me am not pleased.
Me am so annoyed because I love this fucking book. It's hysterical. And when they bust out into the big fight and Jimmy Olsen is wearing Hawkeye's armor.
I was so amused by that. I love this book. I'm so sad it's ending.
And then the Hex Girl flying around with Adam Strange's backpack and pistols. Did you notice that?
That was pretty good. Yeah, I did.
Beyond awesome.
Good book. Good book.
No, it's hysterical.
I can't stop being amused by the Chupacabras, by a 6-inch Colin being the scariest fucking alien in the galaxy.
First off, for a character that does nothing more than hiss and point, he's hysterical.
Yeah!
This is the best cartoon. Like, this fits this book so perfectly. I want every Jimmy Olsen to look like this. It's awesome. The only downside of this book is they only have one more issue, and I want to see this guy draw Turtle Boy so badly.
Oh, that would be good.
Yes!
It's a beautiful book. It's well drawn. It's humorous on every level. There's something to make you smile on every single page.
Yeah, I don't know the guys who did this book from much before this, but they're both names that I would definitely... Like, Corson wrote it, and who drew it?
Duarte.
I would definitely look for both these guys again.
Oh, shit, yeah. I wonder if Norton paid for that product placement on their screens that's doing nothing. Just this giant logo on everybody's monitor.
Here in Cybergeddonville.
Norton! So, over in Starfire 5, yes. Kori is out with a cancer-absorbing empath who seems to have killed someone at some point.
He has a superpower that allows him to eat cancer, but it's creating a giant tumor in his brain.
Yeah, because what else would you do with it?
Well, the tumor is now driving the bus, is my theory.
I think they've been watching too much old Star Trek, because that's exactly how the empath worked in that original episode. The empath. She took on the injuries...
Dude, I don't know!
That's why I'm explaining. She took on the injuries and illnesses of people, and then her own metabolism could fight it off eventually. If the injury/illness was not too great. And of course, by the end of the episode, she sacrificed herself for somebody. So, whatever. This is not an unknown concept in comics and sci-fi, but it seemed a little on the nose in this issue.
I think it's a topical thing. Like, right now, with healthcare and everything, and obviously, cancer has become more and more prevalent, so you're always going to kind of jump out at that.
Yeah. Just saying. Kori eventually goes for a job interview at an aquarium where she talks to a depressed dolphin.
That will get you the job.
That will, in fact, get you a job. While all that's happening, Sheriff Stella and Atlee, who is the waitress, plan a journey to the center of the Earth. And, oh yeah,
to meet
somewhere in there, there's star being hatchlings. Woo! And then some bounty hunters, too.
Yes.
So, all around, a pretty enjoyable issue.
You still enjoying it?
Yeah. Aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's a surprisingly sweet book. They do just enough of naive Kara in each one. And the little, I know it's a ripoff of, Ultimate Spider-Man, the cartoon, and Teen Titans and all that. But the little visualizations of what she's trying to figure out.
Oh, that
like the naked eye. Well, remember you hated Ultimate Spider-Man because it did that all the time? Like that manga style.
I totally don't remember that at all. Really?
Yeah. Loathed it.
I totally don't remember that. But, no, literally, seriously, I don't at all.
I believe you.
You mean in the show or the book?
The show.
Oh, well, I never watched the show. What are you talking about?
You saw one, you hated it. You were bitching about it dozens of podcasts ago. Anyway.
All right, you know that I just block shit out.
I'm not denying that. I'm telling you it happened. I'm not saying you remember. Point being...
Well, you could be lying,
This seems like a lot of effort for no reward. This isn't when I created your twin brother. That shit was funny.
Anyhow, you were about to say...
They do just enough of that and just the right time. The little naked eye where you had the eye covering its thing.
Yeah, that was
that shit is amusing to me. It's a fun book. And the art style is like a cheesecake Chris Sprouse where it's beautiful.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it, yeah.
But it's totally working as comic art, and it's not cheesecake to the point of being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The women look legitimately beautiful. And so far, there hasn't been a heinous-looking woman or dude. This is like watching a WB TV show. Everyone's super fucking pretty in this book. But the action feels like action, and it's a great read. It's a very light book. It's nowhere near as good as some of the... other books that we really tend to rave about.
Yeah.
But you could do a lot worse and dive into this right now.
I totally agree. There's no dissension in the ranks here.
Yeah, I don't like it.
What?
I'm all
Oh, yes, you want the contention.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, probably won't get any on Detective 45, though. Well, maybe for different reasons.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
Maybe for different reasons. Now, Bruce is pouring through family photos with Alfred when the JLA show up. They want Bruce back. But Diana's lasso proves, unfortunately, that the truth is that there is no such guy as we used to know as Bruce Wayne / Batman. While that's going on, Tectch takes a job to destroy the Bat Blimp. And I know you love the blimp. Oh, see, that's where there's a little bit of contention.
I want to love a blimp.
You don't want to deal with anything else.
Yeah, you bring a blimp out. I should be gung ho, but somehow you've taken blimps from me.
Now he plans to do that by having taken control of National Guard fighter pilots through their helmets, because he's the hat guy. So
it's a good Tectch plan, actually.
It is, really. That for once he's got some kind of scale and
like
action.
that could have been a good 2-part Tectch story. You know.
It could have been. It could have been. But they're busy trying to get Jim into the JLA, who teams up with Detective to...
a quick aside there. I actually hate this issue. There's 2 key factors. One, they're like, oh, well, we can't. First, I don't see the JLA being like, oh, Batman is out of sorts. We so dumb, we need a detective.
They do. They really should have enough smarts on the team where they don't need a dedicated police detective.
Or, I'm pretty sure there's a couple other heroes they've worked with who figure shit out.
Yeah, that's all true. But they need. I'm thinking
the detective goddamn chimp is still out there.
They're so desperate for Batman to be part of the JLA that they don't even give a shit. If
But that's the thing. They don't even want him to be part of the JLA. They just want to borrow him for this one. Like, Gordon literally comes out and he's like, I'm not your guy. And they're like, we know you are not our guy. But you are our guy today.
Yeah, well, I mean, but at the tail end of the issue, they do actually offer him membership. And then they go off on the first mission. So, they eventually cave to the idea that they gonna have, if they want a Batman, they're gonna have this Batman.
I can't get.
And I think this is really the most stable lineup JLA's had in decades.
Yeah, quite a while.
I mean, decades, really.
Not since old school. Everything else, they're always switching up.
And I suppose there's a lot to be said for that, but also give somebody else a fucking shot. But then again, they can't because they've got 6 other JL books. So, what the
everybody else is already in a jail.
Yeah, so who cares about this team?
Justice League Connecticut.
I'd join. We could be the Zan and Jaina of JLCT.
I want to hurt you so badly right now.
Alright. Zan and Gleek.
Dude, did you just make me the monkey?
I did.
First,
you don't even not want to be the monkey.
I'd rather be the monkey than Zan or Jaina, I'll say that. Like the form of a bucket. The monkey's the one who does all the damn work. Like,
he does.
Let me carry this fucking bucket over here, you stupid people.
The monkey should get a lot more credit than he does.
Well, when you're named Gleek, like, credit is just never going to come to you. Like, and then we were saved by Gleek. Let's edit that out. What? We didn't name them. No, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to shoehorn, and it's not working. And I'll take my Bruce back now, thanks.
Yeah, done with this. I'll go off further when we get to Detective Comics. So.
Well, this is Detective.
Oh, then Batman.
Let's get through Wonder Woman first, huh? How about that?
Wonder Woman.
This is issue 45. Aegeus has broken into Strife's house to confront Diana, who is hanging out with Strife and just having wine or something. I don't know. They're talking about useless stuff that I didn't care about. So,
you're not relating to this book at all anymore.
No, not really. The action seems pretty standardized, and the plots are not innovative, and I really don't think they're taking advantage of much of any characterization of people in the book.
No,
So, Strife decides that she's going to just go ahead and take over and is about to eat Aegeus because she's exploded herself to monster size when the mystery god that's powering him teleports him out. Donna, who has been hanging around London for a while and has met street urchin Violet, are walking around having a nice day in old Mayfair. Which is just like, really? You're just walking around with this pseudo-emo punk just having a good day? That's what passes for Donna Troy's existence now? It's terrible. But they get home, and trouble starts because Vi's boyfriend / pimp / whatever the fuck he is, it's not really well defined, starts beating her and giving her shit. Donna steps in, but Vi ends up dying from a head wound when she gets pushed and shoved around. So Donna's like super mad and about to kill him when Diana shows up, which is like, okay, let's turn some more turn points. Donna can't even have her own scene.
Well, it's one long, contrived moment after moment, because that's immediately followed by them fighting, which is followed by
Aegeus showing up, escaping Mystery God, who puts an arrow in Donna, turns her to stone, and then finally we find out that it's Irony, goddess of peace, that has been sending Aegeus to fail so miserably against Diana.
Isn't that ironic?
No.
Don't you think?
Irony.
It's like, rain!
I'm going to punch you now. There will be a large slapping sound in a moment, kids. Just be aware that it's complete violence.
Ow. So, I mean, is this book on the chopping block? Like, Finch's art is amazing.
It is. And I do like that, but that's never been enough for me.
Nope.
So, I want to see what 50 says. And if 50 still bores me, because I got a thing for fucking even numbers.
Yeah, I mean, most women you dated
anniversary. 50. Stop. Most is excessive. I can't argue.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, Meatloaf.
Pretty much it. Anyhow, yeah, it's not entertaining me anymore. It started off seeming to be okay.
Yeah, I was so excited about the Donna Troy thing, and then it just went nowhere.
Yeah, and it's still going nowhere. So, which is what's killing me about this issue of Batgirl 45 as well.
This book is...
This is very clearly a filler issue.
No, I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of emotional content to this book.
Yeah, but it doesn't really advance shit.
No, not at all.
This thing's going to stand alone. Nothing that happens in this one, with the possible exception of the appearance of Dick Grayson, is going to carry forward.
They're clearing up of the old relationship to move forward to the new relationship. You like how I was able to yawn and stay on point? Yeah, that's practice right there. The clearing up of the old relationship will allow her to move forward into her new relationship. So, the emotional content, are you ever truly clear of Dick Grayson, sir? I think not.
Wow. Okay,
yeah, no, I can't even take myself seriously.
Fucking masterpiece theater up here. Goddamn. Would you care to expand upon your treatise?
No.
So, it's a big wedding. And there's not one beat in here that hasn't been used in any other wedding story about anywhere ever.
There's no fight?
Yeah, there is.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like there's teasing.
Bats just flat out attacks Dick. Whatever. Okay, it's suddenly Smodcast now. Anyway, no, they fight. She's like, you are not fucking up. You are not coming back. You're not ruining my life. You're not fucking with me. Kick.
Alright, there's a very small fight. But no, it's a very sweet wedding. It does portray her character well, that she's on top of everything.
Yes.
When Babs is at her best, she's on top of literally everything. And that was the character you're seeing here. And
that's completely true.
And then it also helps move Lucius Fox's son. Is it Luke or...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Moving his character forward because he's totally cool with her going, like, deal with your ex. Get your old shit out of the way so we can move forward. Because she's immediately in full-on Barbara panic mode being like, oh my god, I'm a terrible date. I ran off and almost made out with this incredibly hot superhero dude who I used to do dirty things with on top of rooftops. We learned it from Batman and Catwoman. Don't blame me. But I'm totally into you anyway, and I'd love to, now slow dance. And he's like, what? No, that's way too much information. Just shut up. We're dating. My problem isn't so much this issue, is that I've just completely lost interest. Like, I thought they were going to do things that were going to be kind of interesting. They've spent a lot of time building up a backcast, but then they throw all the backcast in everything, like bad fucking soap operas.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my ex-wife is obsessed with tigers, and she's the supervillain. Oh, and my girlfriend, your roommate, is now the robot that drives your freaking motorcycle as a partner with a helmet, which it's like bad anime, this whole thing.
And your ex is the one that provides my tech. And
right.
Everyone has a role. There's not just a character that's there that does things. They have a role.
I mean, that happened in Spider-Man, but it happened over fucking 30 years. Like, finally, like, Flash became a superhero, and they ticked off the list. They're like, all right, literally everyone he's ever met has now been a hero or a villain. Or dated one. Thank you, Betty Brant, for bringing that fucking corollary into there.
Yeah, it gets a little excessive. Not everyone has to be tied in with everything. It really doesn't. Well, that was an interesting shot.
But, yeah, I'm pretty all set with Batgirl at this point. Like, if this book doesn't turn a corner very soon, I'm going to start to be irritable about it.
I was really thinking of making 50 the last one.
Really?
Yeah. I was seriously considering it.
I mean, it's not like it's awful. It just...
If people dig it, I'm going to let them dig it. I'm not going to tell them they shouldn't.
I am not... Like, I thought they were going to go somewhere cooler with it, and they haven't.
No, not at all. Whatever. But...
The slow, inevitable decline of DC books. We have new DCs! And then a couple of weeks later, we're killing half the DCs.
Happens all the time, baby. I mean, whatever. You can't prevent it. But, over in Sinestro 16...
Look, can we just talk about the cover, first and foremost?
Grumpy Cat as Sinestro, I think, is both horrifying and clever as fuck.
Yep.
I like it. I made sure that we both got that alternate cover. I didn't even bother with the regular cover. I'm like, nope, we're both getting these. But they're going away. The alternate covers are slowly going away.
Good.
We're getting far less interesting at DC.
Because they've done too much. Like, how many alternate covers have there been just in the last 18 issues of Sinestro?
Well, there's been the monsters, there's been the movies, there's been the Darwin Cooks.
The Lego. There's
been the Lego. And those are just the memorable ones that we actually got.
Yeah,
there's a bunch that we don't. There's the adult coloring book version coming. There's the Harley Quinn Little Black Book version. That I'm totally skipping. I don't give a shit about.
Well, I didn't even know about it. When's that one?
Yeah, that's current. At any rate, what happens here, and I like having the guest star we got. Now, Sinestro needs to understand who this Bishop of the Paling fucker is. So he goes to visit the one person that he can track down who's actually fought and defeated one of these guys, Black Adam. Tef Adam, ruler of Kahndaq, who beat the Bishop of the Paling centuries ago when he first ruled the country. All the dialogue between those two is very regal. And I enjoyed the shit out of it.
No, it's very well written because there's a constant jockeying for position.
Right.
Everything has two meanings and everything is a test.
And it's incredibly subtle.
Yeah, well, they're both the snarky assholes. So.
Yes.
And it reads that way.
And I enjoyed the shit out of it.
The best part about the book, though, is really the fact that Sinestro's daughter is like, ooh, Black Adam, give me some of that. It's like, oh my god, everything my mom told me is true. Like, you do dig an ass. I don't care that you were a superhero and you dated, like, some hot-looking asshat comes by that knows your dad and you're down, girl. Like, what the hell? Holy crap.
I thought the dialogue really brought out Adam's above-it-allness.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. Like the single chair thing.
Yeah.
No, there's a
That
lot
was
of really clever little things that happen in this book. Everything I love Sinestro regardless.
Right.
But what the subtle better than thou is so much better than the shouting it from the rooftop.
Right,
Sinestro
right.
better than thou.
They eventually find the records of Adam's victory, and it turns out that the Bishop of the Paling is a guardian.
That makes no sense
At all. In the least.
I'm curious about what they'll do with it, but so far that makes no sense.
All right, I guess you can push it in, the Paling wants the removal of emotions from the universe, even though that's going to destroy the universe, apparently. And the Guardians prided themselves on being largely emotionless.
Yes, and using emotions differently.
Yeah, so it kind of fits.
No, I guess I can see it when you put it from that perspective. It just seems like having the Guardian, like versions of Guardians, been villains enough times and fucking.
Yeah, it seems like there's the well.
Yeah.
Let's run back over there for a minute.
Dude, when you're pulling up sand, you should probably move to a new well.
Yeah, I think so. But enjoyable nonetheless.
Well, love Sinestro, great book.
BATMITE 5, on the other hand, was actually slightly more enjoyable than the first 4. That doesn't make it a great issue yet. But I was less disgusted about how boring it was.
It's just dumb. It's like it's the Inferior 5, so dumb is pretty much inevitable.
Right.
Now we both know that I love the Inferior 5.
We do.
And they're portrayed well here, and the dumb bunny moment at the end is very sweet.
Yeah.
But BATMITE is just horrible, and it's like your trope thing. You've made them so powerful. Now they're bad people. What?
Yeah, there's no reason that I get the feeling every once in a while that BATMITE is actually Dan Jurgens' mouthpiece for how to say something about jerky fandom that he doesn't want to say more directly, like on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah,
Well, I've updated them. Hey, we're assholes now. I don't want to do this. Which is, not verbatim, but it's pretty fucking close to what she said. So it's kind of ridiculous. She convinces BATMITE eventually that they're too different and mean now, and Gridlock gets away.
With the first episode of Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah, the whole point of
Star
this
Galaxy or...
Star Trek.
Galaxy
Trek.
Trek.
It's fucking Star Trek. The undisclosed original secondary pilot that no one's seen since it was produced and put in a can. But he gets away with it. The other mites have finally decided that they're going to bring BATMITE home, because whatever.
Let my BATMITE go.
It's just like, I
just read like Dan Jurgens owes someone money. Like, fine, 6 issues of BATMITE, then we're clear. Done. Like, come on!
I've read a lot better Dan Jurgens stuff. I really have. Not frequently, but I have.
There is no way 2 years from now that you still own this.
Probably.
Unless you just like the fact that it's BATMITE is the only reason you might keep it.
It gets 2 years tops. I might try to... No, I'm not CGCing it. Nobody wants a 9.9 BATMITE 1. I mean, they'll fucking pay me to keep it to myself, really.
Dude, if I find
they won't even grade it. They're like, get this the fuck out of my service.
If I found this in a dollar box, I'd pick it up for the Inferior 5, which says everything about me. But like the idea of paying real money for this just pisses me off.
And well, it should. Ugh, let's leave that thing in the dustbin where it belongs. How about Superman 45? You want a drink?
Do you?
I'm fine for the moment.
Well, I'm walking, but you go ahead and do your description thing.
Well, be quick about it then.
Don't tell me what to do, bitch!
I will tell you what to do.
I'm still gonna ignore it.
Don't mean you gotta do it. Oh, you're walking slowly, so you.
Damn right I am. Oh. See, kids, this is why you wanted that visual podcast.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. So, Superman 45 takes a really, really bad turn, in my opinion. In searching for Hoarder, Clark is out of dough, severely powered down, and mad enough at Lois not to bother talking to her. Eventually he finds himself in the WWE of Forgotten Gods. It's just fucking terrible. Now, on the other hand, the Rev over here feels, and he's taking his sweet time coming back, and I know, he feels that this is not actually WWE of Forgotten Gods. It's Ben Grimm in the Unlimited Class Wrestling Federation.
Damn Skippy, I feel that way.
Which a lot can be said for. I don't, however, think that he feels that makes it any damn better.
Here's the thing. There's something really good in this issue. And before we started recording, you're like, man, Superman is pissing me off. And I can't disagree with you. I still love the look of it.
As far as that goes.
But the inner dialogue that Superman is having through this whole thing,
right,
with himself and, you know, what would Pa Kent say, is amazingly on point and in character. Like, when he tells the story about running off into a theater,
right,
with Lana Lang and sneaking in by being super fast, and then his dad's like, I'm mad at you, I'm just disappointed that you use these amazing powers for such a trivial reason.
Yeah, but he has to say that because he's supposed to be Soup's moral fucking center.
But that's the thing, it's like, this is the first time that we've got that clear-cut, decent Superman thing happening.
Yeah. So we should be quite happy for that.
I am.
But the surrounding circumstances...
It's awful! Awful! Like, Horror is horrible. I hate Lois Lane. It's the worst Superman ideal ever. And at the end, when he's wearing a fake bathrobe / cape to be super guy, like, no.
Yeah.
No. The rest of it's monkey poop. But that was legitimately well done. If you go back and read those, that reads like classic Superman.
It really does. And I don't know what that says, but it's accurate.
It says that most of this issue is monkey poop surrounded by classic Superman. I'm not saying you should read that. Like, that doesn't... I'm not describing something like, damn, I gotta go out and get that, Rev. Holy shit, monkey poop surrounded by classic Superman. No! No, if you find that your cup of tea, like, we're very different people.
You know, I'm going to use that to promote this episode. Classic Superman surrounded by monkey poop.
It's reverse that. It's monkey poop
surrounded by...
Yeah. It's a warm and gooey monkey poop center with a hard Superman candy shell.
Oh my god. Oh, you just put a visual in my head that I want to fucking slap you for.
There's a lot of violence towards a Rev this episode. I'm not happy with that.
Keep bringing shit like that out. Yeah, you're going to get smacked around. I told you, bitch, to do that.
You got Superman in my monkey poop. You got monkey poop on my Superman.
One great taste that doesn't work with the other. At all.
Yeah, like 99.9% of people are like, oh, that sucks.
I do like Howard Porter's work. I do. He's got to not do the eye through the hair thing because that's not how fucking hair works. And that irritated me because I'm like, just show me the fucking hair.
He's a super talented artist.
Save your energy drawing eyes and just have the hair cover it, dude. It's not, come on. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
Not at all.
We're heading into the stretch here.
Alright.
Now you can release that bile about Batman 45.
Bloom.
Bruce is helping orphans. Very nice of him. I appreciate that. That's the kind of thing Bruce would do anyway, so I don't find it particularly advancing of his current characteristics. You know? I mean, he funds all kinds of foundations for this.
No, I'm going to wholeheartedly disagree with you.
No?
Because in the past, Bruce would give money.
Oh, the critical difference being time versus money.
Right, Bruce is actually building these things on his land where people can come by and play and be near him. Night and day in difference. So theoretically, you're absolutely right. like if Bruce saw Kids in Trouble, they're like, rate this check, Alfred. And Alfred's like, all right, fine, man. Fake your signature. That's how I went to Borneo.
Again with the Borneo. Anyway, he's also trying to determine what to do with the trophies from Endgame. And I'm thinking, save the fucking trophies. Don't question this. This is 70 years of Bat history. I don't know, you're not innovating by saying, what should he do with this stuff? Whatever.
And if you say, turn it into amusement park, no one saw that. The giant penny tilt-a-whirl.
Jimbo is over there talking with the chairperson of Bat Inc. or whatever the fuck is responsible for that atrocity of a suit. And the science is actually kind of good until they get to 30,000 different particle accelerators. There ain't enough room in the fucking country for 30,000 particle accelerators, dude. There physically fucking ain't. Those things are 10 miles across.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I did not know that.
The smallest one in the continental United States right now is under Plano, Texas, and it's 10
Why
fucking
do you know
miles.
this?
Because it's physics. I'm a science guy. I keep up with this shit. Anyway, it's 10 miles wide. It's a gigantic ring with a 10-mile diameter. Where are you going to find space for 30,000 of these fuckers?
In space.
In space. Great. More Batman in space. Just what I didn't fucking want. Thanks, Rev. You've ruined my goddamn evening. One of the Robin kids who was part of this whole We Are Robin routine.
Which we know nothing about.
I read 3 issues of it.
Oh, okay.
And I was bored
I did not know that.
No, I got them from...
Comixology?
No, from that last incredible sale over at Midtown.
Oh, okay.
I got 3 issues of that, and 6 issues of MPH, and 4 issues of Jupiter Ascending, and other things. You know what? I'll let you have some of those as recompense for those Goodwill books I gave away.
The Jupiter, isn't that the
Millar?
Millar?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
No. He didn't get icky with it. He didn't get icky.
I am getting icky with it.
Getting icky with it. Anyway, where the fuck did I leave off? One of the Robin kids visits unnamed support guy number 1.
Brother, it feels like.
I think so, yeah. Pretty sure. They don't bother naming him. And Bloom attacks a press conference.
Okay, so.
You have been holding back and waiting to go nuts with this one. I know it. I can fucking feel it.
Here's the thing. First off, I hate Bloom so much. I don't like super-powered bat villains, but I particularly don't like, I'm making, there's already somebody who makes plants growing people. Like, come on.
It's true. There's no reason Ivy couldn't show up and have
done all of this.
Yeah. But then again, Ivy does have a long and storied history. And if there's one thing comics do, is copy shit.
No, that's true.
So we shouldn't be shocked that there's another plant-based villain in Gotham. My personal ancient gray-haired ass would prefer I get a good Ivy story rather than this new schmuck who irritates me. But that's me.
No, I'll give you that. It's just, it seems like, there's been so many new gang bosses and crap. It's the same thing they're doing over at Spider-Man. Like, oh, here's a new team leader. Like, no!
Yeah.
Like, this shit takes time.
Yeah, you just don't show up one fucking afternoon and you got a gang.
Not when everyone else is a serial killer. Like, you gotta put some groundwork in. Secondly, like, Gordon is terrible. Like, when he's getting his ass kicked, he's gotta be rescued by his own fucking robotic bunny. Like, that shit's embarrassing.
It is. It's terrible.
And the whole Batman team thing, like, I didn't like it when it was Bruce and his semi-adopted kids. I certainly don't like it when it's a bunch of random cops that Gordon has no experience with.
Actually,
like, touching buttons and a fucking, like, bah!
That's a rather good point. I was watching the Lego Batman Justice Beleaguered or something like that.
Right.
It's just like this 20-minute Lego thing.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it was very amusing. I liked it a bit. And he's going off on this monologue about he's the dark avenger of the night, a lone wolf, a solo vision of justice, as one by one, Batgirl and Alfred and Dick and Tim all show up behind him, and they start drinking, and they'll start slurping through their straws, and he's like, That amused me.
Yeah, no, that's funny. But the main thing is just, he's inept. He's so bad at it. Like, I have to be salvaged by my own suit. And then the fact that, here's the point where this whole fucking issue just went off the rails for me, and I hate it.
Yeah?
You're fired, Batman!
Yeah, that's just ridiculous and dumb. They want a Batman, but they don't care who's in the suit. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But, they practically press-ganged him into the role to fucking begin with. He resisted that as much as he could, and finally he's like, fine, I don't want to have anybody else sacrificed to this, I'll fucking do it.
And then they're firing him, and now he's got to earn it by protecting her from Bloom. Like, the whole thing is just so, like, corporate Batman.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Like, Batman, the police cop, is awful to begin with. And the Zan and Jaina up there fucking putting new things in the suit every 8 minutes. Like, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have put more time into shit between fucking episodes. It's killing me.
Yeah, it's getting rather old. And honestly, this week, I was trying to summarize this, and I had a moment that I really seriously considered 50 being the last one. But then I found out that 50 is the last one for Snyder.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Capullo's apparently going to keep going, but Snyder's taken off.
Who's coming on?
He didn't say. He was tweeting. So, I think he said Capullo was going to take a 1 or 2 issue break, and then he'd be back, but Snyder was moving on. So, I mean, that's 5 months from now, so who the fuck knows when they're going to announce the actual replacement. But hopefully it's not
Dan
somebody...
Jurgens.
Like, ah! Why? Don't fuck with me like... Heart attack, thank you, stop that. Don't ever do things like that to me. The hell is wrong with you? So many things, bad.
Scott Lobdell.
Aw, come on!
Fabian Nicieza.
Ah! God, who else? Rob Liefeld?
No, not as a right. Maybe to take over the art.
For an issue and 3/4.
Fat freak.
But so now I got to go at least up to 56 because I got to get 50 because it's 50.
And then the first arc
and then the first arc. So now I'm stuck for another 10 months.
God, imagine having to, like, I haven't always loved the Snyder arc, but imagine having to follow him on anything. Like,
yeah, it's this Batman flip-flops between Walking Dead and whatever Marvel event ever is for #1 seller in any given month.
Well, on top of that too, like this is some raised. Like, wait, I'm going to take over this book. Batman is now a philanthropist with a beard, who has no recollection of his time as Batman.
I can't imagine they're going to let that go past 50.
Who knows? Like
you're right. It is difficult to say.
Doc Ock was Spider-Man for a considerably long time. The Falcon is still Captain America.
Yeah, but he's got 8 whole fucking issues in.
Thorina is still around.
But theoretically, they've only had 2 stories each.
All I'm saying is, who knows how long anything goes on anymore.
Well, yeah. But, 50 with Snyder leaving seems the logical point to give that ludicrousness up. So, we'll see. And we'll see soon.
True.
Right. So, did you like Justice League 3001 #5?
I enjoyed quite a bit of it. There's a lot of talking in this issue.
It's an extremely complex issue.
This is a book for when I want light and funny. This is a book that's like, no, pay some distinct attention. But if you couldn't enjoy Bane carrying Lois's body around for her to jump into,
that amused me. Having a tea party with it, that did amuse the shit out of me.
And Fire and Ice, they even mentioned Booster and Beetle. I didn't get to see them, but they did talk about them, so there was that.
Yeah, they drop off Jimmy Olsen at the Supermax area.
There's a lot of real comic ideas going on here. Like, the woman who volunteered to become Guy Gardner,
Yeah.
her personality messing with his, like, that's cool. You know, there's real thought behind all this stuff, and some dumb humor. It just, either I'm older or they're older, it doesn't quite click the way I want it to.
Yeah,
but
no, I know exactly what you're saying.
I am enjoying, like, I was considering, but, you know, the DCs are falling like flies, so we're going to continue with that one for a bit.
Right. So, yeah, it amused me that guy had to room me with a Starro.
That was awesome. Like, come on!
That's really all. I mean, Bats and Supergirl are confronted by a 15-year-old and a robot trying to be Batman.
Dude, that's the best thing in this entire issue, by far.
Really?
Yeah, give me the book and I'll prove it to you.
All right, I'll give you the book.
This is the best thing in comics this month. That encounter.
In DC this month,
No.
maybe? Really?
Yep.
Okay, I gotta hear this one. How do you figure this?
Well, first off, the whole robot attacking the new Batman is beyond hysterical.
Right?
Let me find the exact quote.
And you yell at me for having to read the books.
Oh,
during the
no.
show.
This is key.
Come on, we only have one book left, man. We're over an hour. It's going to be okay. You can do it.
All right,
Don't make
here
me
we
feel
go.
blank air. Go ahead.
Really, you're going to crush the hero who inspired you to put on that ridiculous armor.
Right on. I got you. I understand exactly what you're saying right there. You crushed the hero that inspired you to put on that ridiculous armor.
The whole thing is just a giant dig. A hidden dig.
It's Giffen and Demetis both going, here's our middle fingers, all fucking four of them. Oh, wait, we got toes too.
Hey, Super Bunny Batman.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Here's our flappy cocks as a middle fucking finger to you too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, maybe that was.
No.
All right. Maybe that was an incompetent Cavalcast joke. All right.
Possibly.
Even though I guess those guys don't exist anymore.
No, that's sad.
Ah, well. Once Dante left, pretty much the heart and soul was gone. They didn't have a heart and soul. And I know they didn't because they didn't listen to us. So we're scot-free on this routine.
Oh, I don't listen to anybody, so, you know.
So, you want to talk about Wolfspider? Wolfspider, the Australian superhero in
The Atom
Astro City
spider
28.
form.
So, Wolfspider, right, got his powers after a failed cure for a spider bite.
Well, you're trying to be Australian.
I was not. I simply mangled it so terribly and couldn't get out of it. With his scientist mom, he makes a suit and a vehicle, and he joins the honor guard. When his childhood heroes from TV show up out of nowhere, Australian TV, by the way.
Not real TV.
Not real TV.
Dot and the Kangaroo, people.
Right. What? Oh, yeah. Dot and the Kangaroo.
Yeah,
totally
old
forgot
school
about
HBO,
that.
man.
Damn, I totally forgot about that. The group Queen's Law shows up. But it turns out, you know, they were brought into life by the same mechanism that lion guy over in Astro City.
Looney Leo?
Yeah, that's the one. I was trying to remember his name. I was like, you can't be just Leo, right? There's got to be something else in there.
Lion guy?
It wasn't going to be Lion Guy. Every once in a while, Busiek kind of pushes the names a little bit, but it was never going to be Lion Guy. You know, they turn out to be total assholes.
Until the press shows up.
Until the press shows up where they're like, yes, we are very heroic, and we'd like you to know that unequivocally. Let me show you some heroic things.
Superhero stuff right here and now. Enjoy it.
Yeah, pretty much. Wolfspider, of course, defeats him because it's his book, And please put that fucking thing away. God. Kids, let me tell you about the worst wedding present on the planet. The Rev got married, and as a terrible, terrible joke, he and his wife, Brigadier wife, or Commodore wife, were given a set of these plastic pseudo people with various attachments to where their cocks would be. One's a wine stopper, one's a corkscrew, and one's a bottle opener. And they're utterly ludicrous and ridiculous, and I had to open my beer with one today, and I was incredibly unhappy about it. And, you know, somewhere, petroleum was dug up from the bottom of the earth from trillions of years ago when dinosaurs died.
Oh, I could have given you this cool key opener.
Refined and brought over to the United States, and then somebody designed those ludicrous things, and they actually tooled a machine that would create these dumb things. And then, they not only did that, they made enough of them where stores would say, yes, I'll stock that. And maybe someone with a ridiculous sense of humor will buy these stupid fucking objects. And sure enough, Commodore wife's friend decided, that's funny, I'll buy it for them.
It's important to note that it wasn't anyone on my side.
I said exactly who it was. Without names, I said precisely who it was. So, whatever the fuck. So, yeah, Wolfspider beats his enemies, and for a minute there, he thinks of bringing them back and creating them the way he remembers them, and then he thinks better of that.
No, it's a fanboy moment. We can all relate to that.
Sure.
It's a very relatable issue. Once again, it's a younger hero.
Which we've been kind of dying for.
Yeah, no, and as soon as I said that...
Because the Geriatrics Club we've been faced with the last few arcs.
Like, I know damn well Kurt Busiek does not listen to this podcast. Not least in part because I mistook him for Peter David that time and pissed him the hell off.
You know, you put the two side by side, it's rough. But
no, he's an amazing writer, and everything Astro City is awesome, and he's been on a hot tear of late.
Shit.
And it's all single issues of late, too, which is awesome.
I'm very happy about that. So, for once, we've ended an episode on a high note.
Woohoo!
And we'd like to get the fuck out of it before that goes back down again.
Woohoo!
So, Rev, would you get us the hell out of here? You should see the waveform on the screen when you do that.
Fuckers!
And away.
The Mean Geek is recorded live at the Reverend Mad Duck's apartment whenever the hell we can get to it. Find us on Facebook, Stitcher, Twitter under @TheMeanerGeek. Subscribe to us through RSS.
Or we can be located at our own site, www.themeangeek.com. And most importantly of all, you can find us as a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
Email us directly at themeanergeek@gmail.com.
Can I drink now?
You may.